Hi Asia Joy. This is my little tutorial on how to do an across the back roll. First, let me show you what it is. And now explain what it's made up of. There's 4 understandings for understanding a across the back roll. The first is the plane in front of you that your hoop is making. It should be like a wall, a nice and sturdy foundation that doesn't move backwards or forwards, that stays in exactly the same place, even if your arm is extended to the right, and even if your arm is extended to the left. So the hoop is a wall in a constant space. If you have a hardwood floor, you can think of it as traveling down one little single piece of board the whole entire way. The other plane that you need to think about is the plane that you are making with your body when you bend over and release the hoop so that it can roll from one arm across your shoulders to the other arm. So to get ready for this, I recommend doing a little exercise where you practice dropping from your heart, leading with your heart and dropping, while at the same time lifting from your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists, your hands till you're straight. And then back down. Your shoulders, elbows, wrists, hands till you're nice and straight. A mirror can help with this too. And also practice with one shoulder, elbow, wrist, hand. In this case, because I'm going counterclockwise, I'm not sure. Whichever way I'm going, we'll get to that. I'm releasing with my right hand. And it needs to be nice and flat. The hoop is going to land on the back of my wrist, the back of my arm, the back of my elbow, the back of my upper arm. And then it needs to go across my shoulders, which need to be flat because both arms are fully extended. If your receiving arm is not fully extended, your hoop is going to bump up and go up in the air, and then you're going to be trying to catch it. That's how you lose a lot of these as you're learning. Also practice your receiving arm, which is going to go out fully long, so the hoop has the entire length of it to run before you catch it at the very end with your fingertips. The next 2 things to know about this, after you understand your plane in front and the plane that you create, is the way you release the hoop so that it runs smoothly up your hand, up your arm, and across your shoulders. Practice this at first without even trying to catch the hoop. Just work on having your receiving arm fully extended and moving the hoop so that it goes across this plane in front of you to your full extension. And as it comes around, you just kind of slip one finger out. You still have 3 fingers on the hoop, so that as it comes up over the hand, it's kind of like a pull cue between the peace fingers of your hand. And you push your hand forward and kind of impale yourself on the hoop so that it rolls across you. Try to keep your turn nice and slow so that you have a lot of time to practice this. It's not about getting a lot of centrifugal force. You can do it with very little force. It's more about that push at the very end that helps it run up your arm. If your hoop is bouncing, make sure you're bending over to 90 degrees. The next thing to think about is how you catch your hoop. So as it comes across my arm, I kind of reach in from the inside and catch it. Let it spin in front of me and bring it back to the front. Whoops. A mirror is helpful to be able to look at yourself in the mirror, and also notice, put your eyes on your own eyes in the mirror, and that'll keep you spotted. You can also practice this with your eyes closed or with a blind. Anything you can do one direction, you can do the other direction. Oops. In theory, anyway. So make sure you practice everything in both directions. And then you can also practice some exercises like this, going back and forth between the 2. And also, oh, that wasn't back and forth between the 2. This is back and forth between the 2. That was the other thing I was going to show you. tiny, tiny space. So that's it. And then when you're ready, the next thing to learn is rolling it across your chest, which I'm afraid I'll mess up, so I'm not going to try. Enjoy. I hope this helps. Happy hooping.